right, let's go on to our next topic. And that is going to be League of Legends toxicity. And this can be applied really openly to game toxicity in general. And look, I understand if you're watching this, you're listening to this, and you come up to this episode and you're like, I don't fucking play video games. I think this can be applied to a lot of different things. It can be applied to just social life in general. Like, what is it about why some people are so toxic? Huh? What's that?
Huh, Alan?
You broke up, Alan.
Yeah.
You're breaking up with me?
You're breaking up. What?
I
can't deal with this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like in a car, you know what I mean? Why are people so much bigger of dicks in cars than they are when you're walking on the street? You know what I mean? Like, what is it about that separation of person to person that makes it so easy to absolutely wear your emotion completely on your shoulder?
Like this gets Clay every time. Easy.
I fucking hate that shit.
He hates that so bad.
I hate that.
I hate it too. Wait,
at the end of the game when people say easy?
No. So let me be very detailed and clear. It's not just when they go easy, because that's like, okay, you're a dick and you're being a dick. It's when they go good game, easy. It's like, motherfucker, you're ruining the good game point, right? Good game is to be like, I'm respectful and I'm not a sore winner. It's like, good game, easy. And I'm like, motherfucker, dude, you're ruining it. Like, you're ruining good game. Don't do that. Just say easy. That's fine. You're a dick. I get it. Yeah. But don't ruin good games
like
for other
nice
people.
dick.
Yeah, like I don't want other people to be like, oh, that's how I should.
Yeah, don't corrupt the GG, which has good nature like connotations.
Exactly. So when I see that,
although
I'm like,
even then, like sometimes if you're so mad when you're playing and you see GG, it's like even that is like infuriating.
Sometimes, yeah, for sure.
It wasn't GG. Like fuck you. You're just saying.
Yeah, GG's good game, guys. If you don't know.
Hearthstone is really funny.
I think I explained that to Yukiko the other day too.
Yeah. What GG means?
GG, yeah.
When I'm playing Hearthstone, I get that way too when I lose, and people are like, well played. I'm like,
well
played. Yeah, I know what that means.
I played good. You didn't fucking play good.
And you like accidentally play like the wrong card or something, and they go, well played, and then they like fucking kill you like immediately after, and you're just like, fuck you. Like, I know I didn't mean to do that, you know? Like,
yeah. Or they're like, thanks, well played. And I'm like,
thanks,
damn.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So that's another thing. It's like it's emoticons of not like it's the lack of specific communication and behind the anonymity of avatars and the internet, right?
Do you think video game communities would be better if there was no way to communicate other than like a set of pings or like default emotes?
So
no voice chat, no text.
Yeah, so Hearthstone arguably does not have that toxicity, and any toxicity that you feel is all your own emotion. I mean, there's no way to prove that that person was being a dick when they do well played, right? It feels that way. And granted, I think if you have enough emotes, you can absolutely abuse it and be right. You know what I mean? Like, I think it can be there. But another example would be when WoW took out Leet Speak, right? Between Alliance and Horde. How did you feel about the toxicity there?
I didn't like it just because that was kind of like a good in a game where you rely on that kind of interaction between separate factions. It was nice to be able to kind of troll the other team, like other groups, because it's like the whole thing was about conflict. Like that was kind of the point of it.
That's a good point. Yeah.
In a competitive game like League of Legends or whatever, I just don't see it's literally only put in there to like tilt the other team to be able to speak to the other team.
Absolutely. I mean, I've had people.
Heroes of the Storm, you can't chat to the other team. You can only chat to your teammates.
But even chatting to your own teammates.
Well, that's bad too. Like you get flamed by them, like all that can happen. But at the same time, it's not. You're never getting it from the opposing team.
No, the people I hate the most are the ones that like question everything you do, and they're doing worse than you are.
Oh,
like they're doing worse. Like we had somebody do that. It looks like it was at Jax. And I was like 14-3 and like 1 or something, and the Jax was like questioning what I was doing, and the Jax was like 1-8-7 or something like.
So I have another story about that too. We were losing. I was just telling Steve we were losing. I was playing mid, and this Aurelie, this character was doing really well. And people started to blame the top, and they were like, "That person that you went against is fed." Meaning they're very powerful right now. That she has a lot of kills. Someone gave him that kills. We're assuming it was you because in the beginning of the game you get paired up with that person to fight. Right. But in reality, I had lost at least 2 or 3 times, like a third of her wins, right, or of her kills. And I went up there and I was like, hey man, it's not his fault. I gave her at least 2 or 3 kills. So let's just focus, right? End of the game, the guy that I was defending goes 1-9. Mid, this is your fault. And I was like, wow. I was like,
Exactly.
wow. Like I was trying to be the bigger man and just like not have any fight on you, and you just immediately turned on me. Like I was like,
I mean, I'm just
Wow.
wondering if it's like kids or something like that. That's what I say you can't win. Like I just get to the point right now where I'm just immediately muting everybody. Like as
Right.
soon as I start the game, I'm
That's
just muting
good.
because I don't
That
want
is
to hear
good.
anything.
That's a good plan, actually. Like, I mean, I think that's a very effective strategy for that game.
I feel
When you know, if you know that you will be tilted by
right.
their communication to you, like even if you don't think they'll end up happening in this game, if you know that affects you, then I think it's good to just like mute it immediately.
Well, not only that, but they still have the pings. Like when I start doing that, like people start pinging me, just like ping, ping, ping,
Yeah,
ping,
yeah.
ping,
Right.
ping.
Right.
So I
right.
was just like, I ping the fuck out of them back. Just like, you know what I mean? And that still even gets me like, I'm just like, why are you pinging
Worst-
me? I'm doing my
Worst
job.
is, like when you do like something and then maybe like fuck up or you like die or you don't help a teammate and they ping the question mark over you
oh my god.
and they're just like what, and you're just like fuck you.
And you don't understand, you don't know what they're saying or care what they're saying basically because you already muted them.
So,
Yeah.
so how does this compare to, because like a pick a game of basketball, professional sports, pick a game of sports, the same type of teamwork is needed, and I would imagine like the same type of trolling is absolutely inherent to those games. When you watch football, there are people who are really good at getting in the other opponent's head via trash
They
talking,
do
right?
it all the time, yeah.
All the time. So that is a thing of professional sports. So let's say that exists, right? But what about the fact that like teammates getting on other teammates? I see that in some professional sports and games, right? But do
Yeah,
you guys feel that when you go to play a pickup basketball game, like someone's berating you for dribbling the wrong way or
I think
not
it depends
passing?
on the type of players, but yeah, that can happen.
Okay. So
Yeah,
this is
like,
something
like,
that
pick up
exists.
soccer game, people can be like major dicks, like if you don't play like to their level, even though you're like never said you were that good, you know.
Yeah. So that's
Same
crazy.
thing is true for league, I think, or any
Yeah.
e-game or whatever.
So I mean,
Sport.
so do we? So you know, so okay, so that stuff exists in the real world. Do you get rid
Oh,
of it?
yeah, I mean, like,
do
what
you
do you think,
try
like,
to build a
hecklers,
system
like-
to get rid of it? Because I think heckling is actually a big strategy. Like being able to talk to the other team, I think that's a big part of that game is getting in the other head and screwing them out.
Yeah.
But the talking and the berating with your own teammates, that never
That's
helps.
gotta get you like harder though. If you think about
Yeah,
it.
and so you look at Heroes of the Storm, which is a similar game. You can't. I don't believe you can talk to the enemy, if I
No,
remember correctly.
you
And I
can't.
think that's specifically so that it lessens the toxicity of the game. They
Right.
also didn't allow you to even look at kills for the longest time because, and I agree that takes out an element of a bad, right, a negative, but it also takes out something of a positive, right? Because like
Yeah.
easily that Darius was like, you're 1-9, this is your fault. But you know how that situation, I mean, he didn't even bring up the fact that I had like 9 assists, right? Like I might be a really great ADC, I'm just not getting the lucky last hits, and so I'm getting a lot of the assists but not the kills, and that could, if you just look at the kills I got in my death, the KD, I mean, that doesn't tell an accurate story necessarily. Sometimes it does, but it's really easy to just be like, oh, you don't have enough kills, oh, you have that many deaths, you're bad, blah, blah, blah. And they rely on that too much, so...
Do you think because there's no tone on online text
Oh,
that
yeah.
perhaps he thought you were like being a dick when you said,
Oh.
guys, it's not his fault. You know, you were
Maybe.
like basically like mocking him. You know.
Sure, absolutely. Alternatively, he could have been like, "Oh, that's fine, thank you," but then like be so pissed. I mean, the other part of this is the amount of time investment. So what's interesting to me is if you go on a Call of Duty or Halo, I don't find that this shit exists. Partly because you can't
Really?
chat, right? But if you can voice chat, I don't necessarily. No, I don't like. I don't.
Dude, you voice chat all the time. People
Yeah,
are
you voice
fucking
chat.
berating you
People
the
are like,
entire time.
yeah.
All the time. You to the
Your own
point you just mute
teammates?
them. Your own teammates, yeah.
Wow.
They will. They'll get on top of you. Like
Wow.
I've had to mute people before, and I've gotten to like serious arguments over shit. Like you know what I mean? Like
is this Smite or is this like an actual like 5-minute
Call
match?
of Duty.
Really?
Like Call of Duty. It doesn't matter. Like you
Wow.
can still get stuck with the same person, or like this guy's just like. So I just like for one day, I just want to have League where like everyone could talk to each other. I want to see how that goes.
Oh, like an actual voice chat.
Like voice chat. I wonder if people
Oh,
actually
no.
own up and be dicks like they are in like the chat, like easily like typing.
We should do that.
Or
I
they
think they
won't.
are.
No, we
I
should.
think
We
they
should.
will.
We should. Next time we play League, we should send a Discord invite to everyone and be like, "Hey, screw chatting. Like,
How can we send an invite? Oh, just
It's
put
easy.
it in the
It's like-
in the
put it
text?
in the all chat and be like, look,
Oh, okay.
you know, don't be a wuss. If you want to talk trash, here's our thing. Join the channel and we'll just talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guarantee no one would be like talking shit. Like
It would be a great experiment. I think
would be
people
a great
would. I think
experiment.
people would be like, oh, wrecked. Oh, you got screwed. Oh, snap. You know what I mean?
yeah, and you can send it. Yeah, you can send it to the other team too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm down. I can play League today, so you know.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Or it wouldn't be fun.
I just okay. So
Yeah, I'm still convinced that people will still be major
I think
assholes.
so. I mean,
on there.
I think we kind of proved it in my question about the pickup games. People are dicks when you play pickup games in face to face.
Dude, we're dicks to each other when we play the fucking game sometimes, you know?
You think
That's
so?
true.
I mean, maybe not as bad as
Well,
like other people, but you know, it's just like you can still get frustrated when you're losing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
but I
we
feel
get
like there's a
frustrated.
level of respect.
I get frustrated.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just saying, like, think about that. Take out the friendship
right.
equation.
Yeah,
and then
it's-
people are just like, well, I'm just gonna tell this guy he fucking sucks because he fucking sucks, you know?
Sometimes, yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, where I was going
like-
with that is I thought the time investment added to the level of frustration and anger. The fact that you are now wasting 40 minutes of your life.
I hate that about the game the most.
I think that I really do. I thought that the fact I thought I could prove that via the fact that Call of Duty doesn't have as much toxicity because it's shorter games, so people aren't that they don't care that much if they lose because in 5 minutes they'll just get to play another game, right?
Right.
In my personal experience, I don't have what you experienced, Steve, but you know maybe it's been a while since I've really gone on the chat and whatnot. But I still think there's something there about that 40 minutes because, I mean, yeah, you go in, you spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes just looking for a game and setting it up.
Yeah.
Then you go to start to play, and whether it's at the beginning or whether it's like the last 5 minutes, you realize you've wasted 40 minutes of your time.
Right.
You know,
Dude,
some
I've
people can only play one game, and
Dude,
that's
I've
the whole
played-
game.
I played a game the other day where, I mean, before we even got our character pick, like the guy just started trolling us already. He's like, this team makeup sucks. my team just lost it for us.
Jesus,
In the pick. We just lost the game in the pick right now.
That's the people that like watch.
So he just went, I'm going to Moo Moo. I'm doing whatever I want. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then like they're already fighting, saying, just shut up and play the game. And like right when we get in, like the person already sends it to the other teams. Like my team just lost already in the picking and everything like that. And I'm like, oh my god, what is going on? Like I don't even want to play after that. I'm just
Do you think surrendering before 20 minutes at any point in time would be a way to solve? Like how would you solve this? How would you improve this problem?
Well, I think if that guy would have
Improve on
surrendered
the
in the
problem.
first minute, like
Yeah, so if you guys could back out without a penalty, could you all
well,
vote?
they do have that already. Now, did you see that
But
recently?
that's only works if somebody gets disconnected.
Right.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
For
you
an
get
X
a
amount of
chance.
time,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Within like the first 5 minutes or something like that in the game.
which makes sense. But like, yeah,
Which is great. A great
Yeah.
first step for that.
but do you
'Cause I
think
hate that when you get into a game and it's like summoner has disconnected and you're just like, well, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna lose this game I have to sit here for 20 minutes at least.
Right.
and-
Yeah,
before I can
exactly.
Get out of this game.
and
Yeah.
then sometimes people are just so like, nah, this is the only game I have to play, so I'm gonna keep playing. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, I want to surrender. Please surrender.
Uh,
So,
or
like,
you can be toxic and like be like,
So
no,
what
you're sitting through this shit.
what if you
because
could do?
you're
What if you
being
can?
an asshole.
What if you can opt out replacement? What if you can personally select and be like, I want to leave this game, and then the game searches for someone who's looking to jump into a game, doesn't care, and
That'd be
will
cool.
jump in and play your character for you.
That'd
oh.
be pretty cool.
I think
fun.
I think the League client in general could be like way more like streamlined and like fancy. Like I think it's a pretty shitty client for what it is, for like how big the game is,
Yeah, 'cause
and
they
like
do that
the
in,
kind
like-
of support they have and stuff. Because it's like the matchmaking, like yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. But
Can we talk about matchmaking?
Wait.
No,
No, 'cause
I-
it's right though.
I think the
I've
matchmaking
checked
is
the
good
game.
in League.
Okay,
I think it's really good.
okay.
It is.
I think I have I played hard. Here's the thing about matchmaking. I've lost 15, 20 games in a row on ranked.
Yeah.
Now, shouldn't there be like after 10 or so like a pendulum swing of like
No, I think 100 is a sample size.
okay. So I lose 100 in a row. Matchmaking should be like, this
Then
guy's...
you are bad at the game. That's what that's.
Here's the thing. It's complicated, right? I'm not bad in certain cases. I'm paired with people who are bad. So stop pairing me with bad people after I lose 10.
Well,
pair me with people that are good.
That's part. I mean, like, there's so many factors when you get on like a really long losing streak. Because I've had that same thing happen to me, where you just go to my match history and every single game is a loss. You get tilted the more you lose.
Yes.
So like maybe you're just not going to be playing like the same way you would if you had gotten some wins for some.
These are like 2-3 games a time max.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. But like, still, you lost two games one night. Okay, you get on the next night. You're like, okay, like I'm gonna bounce back from those 2 losses. Next thing you know, you have a loss. First game, you're just like, holy shit, like it's happening again, and you're just like, you're already in a mental state where it's like,
I mean, maybe, yeah, I can see that.
Self-perpetuating, and
yeah,
like, you have essentially, like, on paper, a 25% or 20% influence on the game because it's 5 people that you have to play with, right?
Right.
So it's like, yeah, you can be screwed, but I think basically what I've read is that if you are good enough in your bracket, then you will have a higher than 50% win rate. And like, that basically just means like you're better than everybody that you're paired with. And if you don't have a 50% win rate or higher, then you're matched in the appropriate area.
Yeah, so like me and Clay, I figured out what we're doing wrong, Clay.
Okay.
When we win bottom lane, we're going mid lane. We need to stay fucking bottom lane and
just
going to that
push.
tower.
Yeah,
and just
okay.
push no matter what. Because like we're like taking tower by tower. No, fuck every other. Like,
I mean,
we're
it was
winning.
systematic.
Alan,
Steve and I
Alan,
were just...
we were winning. We were winning
Well, really,
every
because
time.
that sounds like the right strategy. Actually, is taking the other towers makes more sense to me.
It does. It does make more sense to us too, because like we'd move to the middle and try to take the middle, but then everybody would go to the middle,
and then our teammates wouldn't be as good as the opposing teammates collectively, and we would lose.
Right.
And it was just a slow burn. It was just
a 60-minute burn.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Like we were winning. We were like, yes.
An hour and something minutes, and then the next one was like
God.
50 minutes. I was like, holy shit, because I was like, man, like they played this one game, and I was like, I'm jumping into the next one, and then, you know, it's like I've never seen any text or anything, and then finally, like, whenever I had something else to do, I was like an hour and a half later, I was like, what the fuck? And then I was so, like, I thought we were just played like 2 or 3 games, and I was like, these guys are full of shit. So I went to your match history, and I was like, oh my god, an hour and something. It's like, and then another 55-minute game. I was like, I feel bad for them, and I saw like all the losses. I was just like, I feel bad for these guys.
And that's exactly what happened. Like we would be winning, we would win every single time, and then all of a sudden we'd like get into a couple team battles and we'd lose, and then our team would get toxic, and then we try to figure out a way how to get this together, and then people would split up and go off.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
And then they would die, and then they slowly feed the other team, and then I don't know, man. It got bad. Like.
So I think
that's what we just need to do. Just like when we win the bottom lane, we just need to stick together and just do what we do. Just like
that's dangerous too, because you get ahead
and then you get ganked.
Like people like collapse on you because you're pushed so far.
So we actually, Steve, I think at that point we just need to farm. We play it safe in the mid, and then when we're never in the mid, we're farming. We're taking jungle. We're taking the other side of the jungle, and we're keeping
vision.
Words. Like as long as we're farming.
Like, if you know where like a jungler is. Yeah. That's like you're like so much safer, especially as a bot lane.
So that's what we need. When we're going bot lane, when I'm the support, I'll just ward the shit out of the jungle, and then as soon as we see somebody, we just go off.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It depends.
You can try to kill them if you're ahead. Like you just
go
into
we can try to kill them. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if our team, like, what will happen is we go to the mid and it doesn't work out. Like what we're doing is we're wasting time while the other team is farming and catching up, and then because that team's collectively better than our team, we're evening out to the point, and then they're going to beat us. But if we're constantly farming and staying ahead of the curve, like we earned back in the bottom lane, we should keep that snowball rolling.
Yeah.
You notice we win a lot more when we have somebody that plays jungler too.
Yeah,
that's true.
Or is that Ian just really good?
I think jungler has a lot of influence.
Well, I played really good volley bear. Like,
oh yeah, you did. Yeah,
I would play like I was like 4
and I was
0.
mid, and yeah,
you were mid. Yeah, that game I was like, oh my god. Clay's gonna win, and he's playing talent. Like,
I know, but we ended up losing anyway,
game, and we lost.
Yeah.
We absolutely. I went full tank. I had like 5,000.
I know, in volley bear.
Like
I don't
it was
know.
just nuts. I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next topic because
My bad.
we've no, it's not your
Ranting.
fault. We all ranted. It's interesting. It's interesting about toxicity. I think we can come back to this topic because I think there might be ways to improve it, and there's other interesting, like just.
I think there's certainly
back
ways they can improve it for League specifically, and I think that's one big bar for people to play is like they know that it's toxic and they get discouraged within the first 10 games when they first get the game because some Smurf character is just like berating them in like their level 3 game whatever
Yeah.
I know.
like before it even matters at all, like before the game actually even begins.
It's so terrible. Yeah.
It is.
Okay. God, man, I'm
wanna
flooded with services. You can go and get and like train right with basketball player, or you can go to a league that's sponsored. Like, if there was leagues within a league that you could sign up for, it'd be like, hey, join this weekly. Like, you want to play league? Join this group for like $5 a month, and you'll play with people. Like, we'll group you up. We'll format it, or we'll have like you go to this website and you see all the people who are playing, and you join those people and play. And it's like the whole thing is you're not toxic. You're grouping up with people who are like cool.
Yeah.
And like willing to support. Like I feel like there's a lot of potential opportunity for things like that to pop up.
It's called Friends.
No,
Yeah, I mean-
there's a school. There's like a league school
Oh, cool.
on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's one here in Tampa.
Oh shit. Dude.
Okay, so I think it's called LOL SEC, and I don't know what the SEC is, it's like the school part of it. But I mean these videos, they're like there's 80 carry ones. Like if you want to watch them, I'll link them to you after this,
Please
or
do.
we can put them in the comments. But
Yeah.
basically, these are like lecture series where
Oh,
they
this is
tell
great.
everything about positioning, like everything, like what it means like when you go for a CS or like go for like harass, and it literally, but like you have to really be dedicated because I watched like the first like 101 ADC video and it's like 45 minutes to an hour long or something, so it's like
That's
really in depth. But if
I've
you're like
watched those
serious,
before.
I've
Yeah.
heard so many people like suggest them. So
Cool.
if you're interested, I will put the link in.
Please link, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that one because like I've sat there and watched them before.
It's like a guy with like an Australian accent or a British accent.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure because like I remember when I was playing Richard for a while there, he was like,
Oh.
dude, you're being way too like under aggressive for an ADC. Like you're being way too unaggressive. He's like, I'm like, you know what, you're right, because I was looking at some of the videos and I just remember I was just sitting there studying like all this ADC stuff. So I don't know, maybe that was one of the videos I saw.
Really well put. Thanks for the links.